Alright, here we go. Coming back towards the pond. We're going to get a distant view of the house. First, checking out the pond down there. Not a whole lot of water. It's down pretty low. Looking through, a lot of the cedar's been cleared. Not quite the overgrowth that was previously there. As we circle back around, catch a little white there, that little white standing pipe, that's the well. Marcus, I think that's where Mom and Dad are thinking about putting the garden. As we circle around, you get the bunkhouse in view. It's really taking shape. It's an iconic building, and it's got great form. It's kind of our guidance, our guinea pig for the main house. Circling back, we get in profile, seeing the rear of the house. Really great shapes. Chimneys haven't gone in yet. They'll be on either side of the dormer there. A lot of neat verticality. And of course, back across the space and the bunkhouse. Oh. Zoom out here. Bunch of stone there on the ground. 57 stone. That'll be part of the septic field and tank. We got some folks sitting on the screen porch there. My lovely wife, my mother, my brother. And Dad's up there talking to the builder, Mr. Durst. There they are. Very happy man. Let's get a sense of our surroundings, the main house, and then we're going to look into the sun a little bit as we circulate, looking due west, and then further circulating, we're going to be facing south, kind of the gully that's been cleared. And back towards, there's the pond. We can't quite see the water from here. But as we look back, the clearing, a lot of the cedar, you just catch the beginnings of the water tank, our neighbor. And then the house is not seen from this neighbor. You can't see the neighbor's house from this vantage point. And we're sort of at the base of the road leading back up to the house. So some really good privacy still from this angle. And we kind of walk so we can see kind of down into this area that's been burned. A lot of deep views. This has all been planted again with wild grasses. It really hasn't started to come up again. Not yet. This is a great open area back over here, but now we can start to look. It's going to be not easy to see through the trees, but kind of the side of the house. Bunkhouse in the distance, dining room, back porch, master porch. You can start to see the edge of the house. We're going to transition grade by building some walls that come off kind of straight ahead from that concrete head wall and kind of fill some dirt, some upper wall. And I'm going to go through this over here, side, get a more of a side view of the house. Here it comes into view, still through the side oaks. Really see the side of the house here. On the farthest point that you can see to the left is the corner. There you can see the corner of the study, the exposed rafter tails, giving it some good dimension, and the porch emerging there, and then look in the background, the bunkhouse. Get a sense of scale. You can see Nancy and Lucas sitting up there. Lucas is doing most of the talking, but Nancy's a good listener. She knows what it's like to be married to a Duffy who talks all the time. So we just continue up here. We're gonna pan left now. We're in some more oak trees, and to my left, suddenly straight ahead, do you see the sawhorses? That is the likely site of the chapel. So kind of due straight out of the windows of the study is that chapel site. Continue to walk directly to that site as I focus on the house. Trees. Now we can see the front porch coming into view. You can see here I'm standing right in front of the sawhorses. Start maybe with the view. That's probably pretty bright, looking right at the western setting sun. Kind of the high point of the property. Circling back, the road is straight ahead of us. You can see all those trucks. That's kind of the parking area back towards the front porch. And then the kind of the full side of the house. This is the right side. It's kind of the master wing, the most private part of the home. Continue to circle here so we can get more of a side view of the front of the house. The trees here, pretty neat. See what that looks like. I have to stitch the view together as it is really filtered through the trees. But now we've come almost full circle. Seeing the context here. Front of the house. That dormer that'll shed light into the living space, which is great. Really the crowning element will be the chimneys that you'll see kind of. There's that hole cut, and that's where the chimney will emerge up in the air. And the other one over there. You see the carport to the left, all the front porch, and then looking down the master wing, which we just walked around. If I zoom out and we look left, now you can see the bunkhouse over there on the other side of the cedar tree. Great, really exciting shapes. You can see hilltop beyond. There's some great views from the rear bedrooms to that hilltop. And really pleasant. So got a nice pile of stone here. That will be some of the primary stone seen on the gable ends, both inside and out. And the stucco, I think windows go in next week, and then they will actually begin, they'll finish up putting their plywood on and house wrap, and they'll start putting the stucco on, which is really going to take a lot of what you're seeing now that's a little more jumbled, and seeing it even up, and the shapes will really become prominent. So, you know, kind of neat to see beyond there how you can see above, just above the roof line, you can see some of the hill emerging. So the house is really nestled well. The right side there are trees, the left side there's this particular cedar tree, and I tell you, the bunkhouse looked cool just like the main house did, and then they stuccoed it, put the roof on, and it really popped. So we're excited to see what the main house does. But I think that's it.